Previously on Tales from the Coast.
This isn't blood! It's... Oh!
Flying books swarm all around you.
I'm not going to improve his opinion on reading.
Books. It's like going to the library, kids.
Strung up is what looks like string lights, except instead of light bulbs, there's just these little hellfires burning.
Why does a zombie have a bar?
Ah, guests. It's been a while. You just see this massive eye-seeping black goop stare at you.
Welcome, one and all, from Golden Guild Hall to Sloppy Tavern Brawl. Come now and listen close to Tales from the Coast.
We just defeated the eyeball and we're about to dissect it out of Big
so
Eye.
You guys are in this dark vault, occasionally light up by a pulsing floor with the slowly, the pylon in the center still shooting out jolts of lightning here and there.
Well, let's just get this eye and then go back to the bar, because there's a bar.
How big is the eyeball?
It's pretty big. This thing's head is mostly just this eyeball and a mouth, and it's a size large creature.
Can I do a medicine check on it before we start to dissect it?
Yeah, what for? Just any sort of...
How intact, I guess, we can get this eye out, and to see if it's, I guess it's an abyssal creature is what I'm guessing, but if there is maybe looking for some sort of thing inside it that was making it so it couldn't walk past that barrier, or why it was only making a perfect circle. From my hint, it seems like it was not able to come through. For medicine 12?
Looking at this thing, it's like an aberration made of like pure chaos. As far as the wards, I think that'd be more of an arcana check around the bar itself rather than anything to do with this creature.
Okay. But there's nothing, like, it doesn't have like a tag or anything on it that wouldn't, like, no symbols or branding that I can see that would have been on it that's some sort of...
No, it looks like
demon.
perhaps it was some sort of anomaly spawned from the outfall of magic in this area.
Okay.
As far as the best way to get the eyeball back, I don't know how good anyone feels about doing a nature check, but the easiest way would probably be just to cut off its head. Just bring that back in its entirety.
Can I try to... I would like to go up and cut the eyeball out.
Sounds good.
So I want to walk up with a little knife, and do I need to make a check to do that?
Yeah, I'd probably say, I think I just misspoke and said nature, but it would be a survival check.
Okay.
You know, this fella kind of looks like a mean Mike Wazowski.
Can anyone
Ooh,
kind
nice
of help him?
system.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Do I roll for that, or does he...
No, he just gets advantage.
14, that's a 16?
16? That is enough to do it. It would take about like half an hour, 45 minutes to slowly peel back its massive eyelid. Do you want to describe how you do it?
So as I walk up and I start peeling the eyeball back...
And he's doing it bad the first time, is that not right? And then I
like-
come in and help him a little bit here?
You see him go in with some weird angles at the start.
I'll peel the eyeball back and look at it.
Patient.
I look at everyone else and say, well, you know what they say, an eye for an eye. And I kind of flick my little eyeball that hangs on my hat and stick my arm way behind the eye trying to cut it out. Finally, after working my arm behind there, I cut it out and pull this big eyeball out.
Beautiful. I picture it like, you know when you get like eyelash in your eye and it's like stuck up there? That's like flax moving behind this thing's eyelid.
Oh, that's just an image I didn't.
When it comes out, does it make like a suction cup noise?
Oh, so much so. You know, like, you guys ever heard of when a baby's born and their heads aren't quite shaped right, so they gotta like shape it? Kind of like that.
I never thought of that, and I never need to hear that.
No.
While Flax is doing this, does anyone else want to do anything else in this vault?
Can I make a perception check, I guess?
Certainly.
That's a 19.
Very nice. In the back, it appears that bit of a repertoire of treasure for whatever used to own this vault. And spewed around a table, there's a whole bunch of coins and art pieces. And a couple scrolls.
Ooh. I'm gonna go loot the crap out of that.
Are you gonna tell us about it, or is
I'll
that
be
gonna
like,
secret?
hey, you know, I think your dad might be over here. You want to come look over here with me? Go see if we can find your dad?
Oh, cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Be careful what you touch in here.
Awesome. So, Paul, what you find is a potion of Frost Giant Strength
Nice.
and a silver ewer worth 25 gold pieces. You can just write the 25 gold if you want.
Cool.
And you went over to join him there too?
Yeah, you said there were some scrolls there?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, not scrolls. I misspoke. Potions.
Potions, okay.
And you find a potion of animal friendship. Ooh. So maybe not your papa, but you can get friendly with something else.
You can always use more friends, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Almost went bubbly there for a second.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, pretty perfect with animal friendship, eh? And also a copper chalice worth 25 gold pieces also. And then interspersed, you guys can all share this or hoard it however you like, but there's about another 105 gold pieces back there too.
That one I think we should split amongst everybody.
How much was that? How much gold piece?
26 each.
Yeah, about 26 each, and then you picked up an extra 25 worth of like art stuff.
Oh, man, you can be doing math.
Yay, math! And with your perception check too, you notice that the pylon in the center that's just been munched on and has failed now, it just resonates with this like kind of necrotic arcane energy and buzzes with what before had this kind of like metallic robotic human voice coming out of it is now gone. But the base of the statue is a human face that resembles, in a very kind of stone carved sense, resembles the bartender from the Bodega Keeper's Bar.
Oh, wow. I think I recognize that guy. He looks like he fell from the bar. Can I go up and read if the statue or anything has a name?
There's no name, just the face.
Just the bust? Would that be considered bust?
Yeah, I think so.
So do we want to push this eyeball back to the bar?
I say we take a short rest if we haven't got one already. I'm at 4 health.
I don't know if you trust him or not, but Keeper did say that you'd be welcome for a long rest once you guys get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could use
We
that.
should discuss what we want to do before we go, because I do not trust the man in the tent bar.
Why not? Just because you get a bad feeling from him? Is it because he might have better hair than you?
Possibly.
Well, he did offer us safe homage if we get back there. It makes sense to bring the eyeball to him. We have no reason not to trust him.
No, we get to keep the eyeball. That eyeball is ours.
Well, would show him proof that we've defeated the great beast.
Should we bring the head as well as the eyeball?
Which do we need for the witch and the blood bog?
The eye.
The eye?
Oh, yeah.
That's a big thing to carry around, eh?
Mm-hmm.
We need the whole thing?
So she also needed the eye?
Yeah, she asked for the eye. And then also
he also asked for it dead.
he just said to kill it.
Yeah, I made sure that we could get the eye. I asked about it. I was like, and anything that we get off this animal, off this beast, it's ours to keep. And he agreed to that.
Yeah, I reckon this is a way that we could get paid twice for this here work. I don't think that they require the eye, and I think that it's an excellent solution for everybody.
Well, let's just go with the eye. If that's not enough, I don't think he's going too far, so we can come back and get the head. Well, fuck it.
So, Fens, this is one thing that I think is wrong, because if this beast was to harm him, why we had to kill it, I guess it's an issue of why we have to kill this thing, and where we have not met this man. He is the keeper.
Well, we asked if we could stay with him, and then he said that we could go kill this creature as
But
payment for
he's
staying.
he's not there.
Just
He's
'cause
just a
he-
ghost or a spirit.
Just because you didn't see him doesn't mean he's not there.
Yeah.
Well, he's talking out of the radio.
I also kind of want to be friends with the bar guy.
You could wait outside if you don't trust him.
I just think we should be careful.
Well, let's move in as a
How
group
should we
and
change your approach?
I guess the only thing that we should be aware of is what I'm thinking is this abyssal fiend has been trying to get in there since forever, it seems, because it's just drawn circles around this entire area.
Okay.
So if it can't get in there,
Uh-huh.
and it's a issue for him, we might be in the right, because we are basically mortals that are able to walk around this area where he is not. He's obviously not able to just go kill this thing himself. but he's strong enough to have some sort of ward that it can't get in. So he's powerful and possibly much more powerful than us. That's why we should be scared of him. But he's, needing an actual figure to go out and do his work. So I'm not saying we should go in there and just give him exactly what he wants, because if we really are that important to him, then we shouldn't just be walking over like bitches and be like, hey, we've got what you want.
We've already given him what he wanted. The only thing he wanted was us to kill this guy.
We already killed it. We could just
It's already
leave and
dead.
walk
Already
away.
wanted to do.
Yeah, we could just leave and walk away.
Well, if
Bang.
if there's more work, then
That was the agreement.
can we
Where
do an
to press
Arcana
the
check to
puzzle?
see why this thing
think this is
couldn't
what's
get into the range of the
Of course you can.
building? You have probably the
You'll
highest
have to get
Arcana.
back up there first.
The
though,
what?
too. Who's upstairs? You guys are. I assume you're doing this chat as you're walking.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, totally.
So you want to do an Arcana check once we get out there
Sure.
and see like why?
I'm actually not great at Arcana. I'm not proficient at.
But you're intelligent.
Yeah, +2.
That's better than us. Give us a roll.
All right.
Can I assist him?
Of course you can.
It's not great.
Too.
It's 13. It's not great.
13, cool. As you inspect the center with the ramshackle cobbled together building with its little hellfire string lights inside, it's hard to say what exactly is causing it. It's definitely infernal in nature and is some sort of ward. Perhaps you haven't seen a body of this creature keeper whatsoever, but perhaps this is its sanctum, and that's awarded it as such to protect from the dangers of the city, including this magic-eating monstrosity that was down below.
And why are we allowed to enter?
Because he really, really enjoys mortal curios and things from the material plane.
Do we feel different walking in?
Nope.
And then can we take the body of this thing in easily?
Yeah.
Or is it resisted?
No, you can easily bring the head in if you take it.
How
and the
heavy
eyeball
is it,
too.
by the way?
Sorry?
How heavy is that eyeball?
Oh, it's
It's a heavy
pretty
boy.
hefty. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a dung beetle push his dung around? That's like Flax right now pushing his eyeball.
Oh, squishy.
You're on your hands and you're
Yeah.
pushing with your feet? Is that what you mean?
And I shall call you Squishy.
Every now and then I just catch a ride over it. I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, keep pushing.
See if you can stand on top of it and roll it.
Oh yeah, do the little kick with your feet.
Would you have to do a
Play my cymbals while I'm
for
doing
that?
it.
Yeah.
Give us a dex roll. See how you do that.
I think that's a performance.
That's not
Is
bad.
what that is. That's a 21.
There you go.
Oh, I picture like you roll up onto it almost by accident and then hop up on your feet and do like that running on the ball circus act for a while.
Yeah.
See if you can juggle.
I'll show you something I can juggle.
These nuts. Do you guys go back into the bar?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! As we get there, I'm actually gonna like grab the eye from Flax, and then as we walk up to the doors, it's those swinging doors, right?
Just like swinging flaps, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna use my thaumaturgy to make that. Yeah, one of those. And then I'm gonna kick open the door and walk in with the eye. Be like, "Oh, we got your guy. We got your eye. Yeah.
You hear this voice say, my friends. Thank you so very much. Come on in. The bodega is yours.
I look back at Victor and give him a wink.
Once again, you wink to the eye. Nice. The zombie bartender is there, and he's got 2 bottles in his hand of some old elvish wine and some stout whiskey in the other hand.
How many X's are on the side of the bottle of the whiskey?
4.
Whoa!
Can I use chill touch on one of the bottles that he's holding?
Definitely.
And what does he do in the presence of like necrotic spells, like basically being used right in front of him? Does he have an opinion on that, or can I see it?
No opinion whatsoever.
Just
With just that slight turn of a smile on his zombified face.
I walk up and grab the bottle of whiskey out of his hand. Good to see you. Yeah, I kind of cheers to him and take a big old swig of the whiskey.
I would like to be celebrating at this point as Jack or as Flax and just be juggling my flaming balls in the air. Woo! Woo! We did it! celebrate! And then also every now and then I'll reach out and grab the bottle, take a swig, throw it in there, pass it back to D'Artagnan, and celebrating the death of this evil eye monster.
Ben, how does your character feel about all this?
Little suspicious of the whole situation. This inn is a little bit seedy and demonic for my tastes, but you know, I'm not going to complain about getting paid twice in this situation.
As
This is true, yes.
as these thoughts are going on, some more hands start crawling across the bar with platters of food on top of them.
You see, when it's time to celebrate, it's time to celebrate! And I'm juggling, I start juggling food in there, I start eating the food. Performance?
Absolutely.
That's a 25.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
As you're juggling, I assume you like toss up a couple of the flailing, grasping hands also and start juggling them before putting them back down.
It's like, have you seen the musical Beauty and the Beast where they're all the plates and the dishes or whatever singing? That's like right now what's happening with Flax. He's throwing these plates around, he's throwing these hands around. He's having a good old time.
Beautiful.
I want to grab some of the food that I guess he's tossing around. I'm sure he's tossing it to some of us too, and I want to inspect it. Can I do an Arcana check on it?
Definitely.
For -1 for 16.
It's definitely conjured from magic.
Do we still get sustenance from food that's conjured from magic?
Friend
Good berries.
Dragonborn.
Yeah,
This is
fuck. I'm diving in.
this is magical food. I don't know how to say.
Well, in such cases, then I'll fall back on the rations. Thank you very much.
Back to the hardtack.
This
I
is,
suppose we
this
can
is where I am too.
maybe pack some of this away for the future. Should
Cooper's
it become
voice
necessary.
sounds out once again as the little idol's eyes light up and says, "So, my new friends, what brings you to Darkspine? What brings you to my bodega?"
Well, you see, there's this old hag we met down in the swamp. I don't know if you've met her. Do you guys remember her name?
The Dark One.
The Dark
The
One. Yes,
mother.
yes, yes. She sent us on a mission to go deeper into hell.
I just before he finishes that, and I want to jump in and say, but we are not friends with anyone, and not even you, and we do not have ties with anyone in hell. I want you to know this. We are here as mortals, not as mercenaries.
Out for your own interests, and only your own.
Bringers of flesh and burnt flesh and blood and death. That's what we are.
I'm just looking for my dad.
I'm mostly just here for a good time, and I tell you what, in this tavern here, I'm sure gonna find it.
Your father, half-elf.
You know?
No.
Neither do I.
Sounds like a very curious mortal soul. My favorite. If you find him down here, you'll have to bring him to me.
I don't know. Is it appropriate to go to a bar with your dad? Yeah, that makes sense actually. Yeah, okay, sounds good.
I'll be waiting.
That's not freaky at all. Okay. Thank you, sir. And Oslos goes back to drinking the elven wine, and I'm assuming like whatever stinky cheese was on the hand platters of food.
Oh, definitely some stinky cheese.
Friend, if you are so very magical and are able to conjure this food to sustain a mortal, where are you? Why do you not show yourself to us and we can speak on a level that is familiar to us?
I am here as much as I can be. In a sense, I'm in this entire city.
What you're saying is you're the house? We're inside of you?
You're inside me.
Shudders.
Can I do an Arcana check on the house?
Just like the shop?
Just like feeling the wall, I guess. For again 16. So is
Just to see if it feels real or not? Or
is it the
Does it feel
same
like flesh?
feeling of Arcana that I would feel while holding the food?
It comes from the same person for sure. You mean like more of like just like the place itself?
I'm looking to see if it's conjured.
It's not conjured, no.
It
was
is real
It's
material.
real and like scavenged from all the market stalls and stuff.
Okay. But still very much magic.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to make an insight check to kind of get a sense of whether this guy is telling the truth or not regarding, his being within the house?
Absolutely.
And that's an 18 for me, as I kind of...
It sounds like some devilish bullshit going on, but he sounds like he's being as truthful as he can be.
Well, from a devil, that is entirely untruthful.
This city, it was my prize. And now my prison. I lusted after it severely, many, many years ago. So much so I tried to pull it into the very hells themselves. And in doing so, broke the very laws that bind my kind. And so now it is both my prize and my prison.
This is a lot like your friends then, who you've turned to zombie? Is this how you say it? Zombie?
Oh, I wouldn't call him my friend, but he's definitely part of the prize.
Why is his head carved outside?
Did you find one of his pylons?
Yes.
He made pylons in the shape of his head?
He did. Long, long ago, he was the archmage, or perhaps magister of the city of Darkspine. Very powerful. I coveted him as a member of a cult in my name, but he refused, and so I took him by force. His body's mine, but some of his mind still lives on within his tower, in his central pylon.
I just want a wide-eyed look at the Dragonborn and be like,
What the fuck? Okay, well, I guess, we're in hell and those kind of things to happen. Yeah, so do you got, beds? Or are we all just gonna cuddle the zombie on the bar?
Zombie cuddling, baby. It's the new jam. There are a plethora of cots we can pull out from the back. As you can see, these ancient civilizations loved their red robes. There's enough sheets for all.
So if you're part of the city and we try to travel around, can you help grant us safer passage through these streets and tunnelways?
Darkspine is a very dangerous place, inhabited by all the dead citizens and major Crescia that once lived here. But yes, I do have a modicum of control over the surroundings. I am curious, though. You are quite the mortal assortment. What brings you all to hell? How have you found yourself here? What have you come for?
But you see, I've been having these dreams of blood, fire, and death. And one day I hope my dreams come true when I get to join the circus. Of course! What better place to bring death, burnt flesh, and blood than the first level of hell itself?
Audacious, small one. I like it.
Ha 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 ha! Clap my cymbals together. Insert symbol.
And you, tiefling.
Yeah, as I take another swig of that 4X bottle of whiskey there. What can I do for you, Mr. Keeper?
Descended from my very own kind. What brings you to the land of your heritage?
Yeah, well, I just kind of wanted to descend a little, I guess. I guess you could say I'm looking for something that I'm not sure what I'm looking for down here, but something tells me I'll find it.
A journey of self. How respectable. And you, pale one, what is it you seek?
I don't trust you. I don't trust him. I don't want to tell him. Friend, I was told that you are the only one to know where to find a love or a lost one. And I would do anything to get her back. But I feel as if us being here is something that we owe you now. And I think that you are tricking all of us into staying here.
You have no need to stay if you don't like, but a lost love. Would you enlighten an old keeper and tell me just a little bit more?
In time, possibly. Ben, why are you here?
that is entirely a matter of my own business. I'm not deliberately seeking to withhold information. It's merely my people's history is moderately shrouded in mystery, and as a result, any efforts to uncover those secrets are likewise rather mysterious.
Tantalizing, all of you. It's been very, very long since I've had the pleasure of dealing with mortals.
So I'm gonna quickly. I would like to hand roll a little cigarette there. You know, I'm kind of watching Victor and stuff. I'm gonna be like, hey Victor, I'm gonna step out for a smoke. You wanna come?
Yes, friend, I will join you, but I do not smoke.
Oh well, you're already smoking, eh, bud? Yeah. So we're gonna stand out kind of the porch of this thing. I'm gonna light up the old cigarette there. Take a really long drag. And as I'm talking to him, the smoke's gonna come out of both my nose and my mouth, and I'm like, "So, what do you think? Why do we think this guy's bad? Like, what should we be looking out for? I don't want to dismiss what you're saying about him being untrustworthy, but I trust him right now. But I want to hear your side of this, and I know you're not gonna say it in front of him. So, actually, maybe we shouldn't talk about it at all because he's the house." And I look around.
As this is going in, another voice kind of slowly builds as he was talking and cuts in directly into your mind, and it feels your mind isn't being read, but someone is very interested, and you can tell they're kind of probing you as they say this, and they say once again just to you, you seek her, you've come all this way through the plains and into the very 9 hells in search of them. How tragic. How tantalizing. The hells are vast. Do you think you shall traverse them as easy as one peels layers off an onion? I think you'll find yourself crying rivers of blood more likely. But I know the depths one will go through to get what they desire. It's pain, suffering, and in this case, vampirism that builds character, ripens the soul. Now, Pale One, I might just know the soul you seek. And then it'll slowly fade back into...
Can I do Arcana? So like, as this is going on, you kind of just like, I can't even hear him talk. It's just like, mop, mop, and then this like, comes back. Mm-hmm. Can I do an Arcana check to see... Fuck, I need to be proficient with this because I'm doing so many.
So many Arcana checks, yeah.
8. Is that a familiar voice or feel of magic?
It's Keeper's voice.
Keeper's voice. Fuck.
And when he starts to come back in, he comes back to me. You know how typically like front decks sort of have like a post hole up and on it. I'm like talking to the post. I'm like, listen, man, I know what I said that he doesn't trust you, but he really does trust you. And I'm like talking to the house kind of thing. Like,
it's been going on for like a minute or so.
Yeah.
I haven't said a word to him. Just like looking straight ahead. And I want to cast the light cantrip and cast it off into the, like leaving from me and then into the sandy area that's now this like, it's just barren sand, isn't it?
And like old stone cobbles and rubble and stuff.
Okay,
everywhere.
I just want to have like a lady walking, using the the dancing lights cantrip, and just kind of watch that, and not reply to Paul's or at all.
Okay.
While we're in the bar, as Oslis, I'm assuming he's at the bar, somewhere in the bar. We're gonna kind of
probably just eating wine and cheese.
wine and cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stab my knife into the bar of the dagger, and then just use it to like drag myself over and scoot up towards you. So you don't remember your parents, huh?
I remember
Well-
my mom.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, you don't remember your dad? Wow, it's probably a good riddance. Parents can be a real... Bah! And then I pound back another drink.
Oh yeah? I take it from this you want me to ask about your parents. What about your parents?
Oh. Well, you see, they never wanted me to cut anything or burn anything in the name of the circus. It was only ever just in the name of the York and Goblin War. Glug, 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 and I take another sip. But enough about my parents. It's probably better that you forget yours. They can be such a a burden. And then I finish my drink.
That is surprisingly, sad coming from you.
Plot twist there, if I ever saw one.
Yeah, that was really cute.
Yeah, if the only emotion I thought you felt was burn everything to the ground. So,
This,
good on you. We can work with this, I like this.
well,
Okay.
with the highs come the lows. But time for some more highs, and I just start juggling some stuff again and go back to what I was doing before.
Just dance through the pain, my friend.
Yeah.
Just dance through the pain.
Beautiful.
And is there music going on playing by some kind of like...
I hope there's some hands.
The
The
Yeah,
same
there's
two
gotta be
hands on the
something
lute, yeah.
Okay. Well, Oslo starts singing just like a little bit more like... It's not quite downer music, but it's like very elven, like high society music, a song like from his childhood, and it's weirdly good considering he's not mentioned any inkling of music before.
Cool. Almost like muscle memory, something
Yeah.
that his mind doesn't even remember anymore,
Yeah.
but cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is Victor going to reply back telepathically to this thing or no?
Not right now.
Okay.
I want to sit out there for like a few hours,
Sounds good.
think about it.
Yeah, so the evening progresses as the surrounding cavern gets quite a bit darker and the bar is just lit up by these little teeny tiny hellfire string lights.
Cool.
So as we're sitting there, I've had a few drinks in me at this point. I've gone back in the bar after trying to talk to a post.
I imagine this house like made of flesh for some reason. It's like the walls are flesh, the posts are flesh, the wood is flesh. It's like someone's body.
That's how I pictured Flax pictures everything, though.
You're just talking to this post, but it's actually just a post of flesh with eyeballs that kind of like click at you every now and then.
Nasty.
But as we're sitting there, I kind of like, is the keeper still kind of chatting with us through that orb thing? Is he
Oh yeah, totally.
involved with the conversation?
Mhm.
So diving in where we're at, so Mr. Keeper there, what do you even call this tavern here? What was the name of it?
The Alchemist's Bodega.
Bodega. What's a bodega?
Well, usually it's a place where you eat really expensive, tiny tapas plates. But I just have platters of food with hands.
Cool.
So it's finger food?
Yes. Beautiful.
Just
It's my one
imagine
fun of the night.
Oh, that was a really good one too, Sam.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
a bow with a dagger. Bodega.
I also asked him, like, so that monster thing, that one-eyed Mike Wazowski looking prick outside that we had to take the old boots to, what the hell was that?
An amalgamation of some of the mages that lived here during the tumultuous ritual which brought the city into Avernus. Let's just say a few of them were transformed into that. It's roamed the city feeding on magic for quite some time.
And how in the hell did it get this eye? Like, do you know if this eye's, like, was part of it? Or is it, like, it grew it itself? Or did it, like, find it somewhere and put it in, like, and just blew the dust off kind of thing?
Unsure. It was a creature of pure chaos, perhaps gazing from pandemonium itself.
That's hardcore.
Metal dude.
Cool. Do we want to take a rest for the night?
I think after...
I'd say Oslos is probably like the first to go to bed, just tuckered out, little tyke he is.
I
Sounds
would
good.
say this whole ordeal is evidence that the truly wisest of men trust to steal and not magic.
Yeah, there's some weird shit going on here. Cool. Gonna post up a watch doll while you sleep?
I'm gonna ask Keeper if we need to post up a watch when we sleep.
Under my roof, you are safe. But I understand if you have your reservations.
I'd be fine with posting up a watch, because I think it would make Mr. Victor over there feel a little more at ease.
I will be the first to stay up for the night.
I'll go second.
I'll go last.
Okay.
And then we pull out them cots and we get all nice and cozy. Does the zombie, when we go like tuck into bed, does he stand there, or do we like, can I set a cot out for him too?
You can definitely set a card up for him. Do you help him into bed too?
Oh yeah, I sure do. Yeah, I'm
he
like,
just
come
looks-
here, Mr. Zombie dude. I'm gonna hoist him up.
Nice. And he's wearing cute little, like, the night shift once again. So basically like a bed gown with, like, fluffy slippers on the bottom, too.
Yes.
And he just has this slightly confused expression on its zombified face as you pick it up and tuck it into bed.
You kiss it goodnight.
I was thinking of giving a nice little gentle kiss goodnight on his forehead, but like, is it wearing one of those like nightgown hats
Yeah,
I'm
almost
gonna
like
kiss
a
on the hat.
floppy little, like, wizard kind of hat. Almost.
instead of its decaying flesh?
Just like Mama used
Nice.
to do.
It doesn't close its eyes or anything, but it lies there, just with this slightly confused expression on its face, and sounds almost like zombie snores.
Before they
It just
go
lies
to
there.
before they go to bed, I want to say, friends, be careful here because we may end up just like this man if we do not do as we are told now. Unfortunately, we are slaves to this house,
No, we're not.
as he is here too.
You're paranoid.
Fox, I think, falls asleep without a worry in the world.
I'm gonna walk over to that
The little onyx head thing.
the onyx idol that's been the source of kind of his magic, and I just want to sit there and like kind of stare at it, have some of my books out, and just kind of be like reading, and still pondering what he had said. Can you tell me again once what he had said?
Yeah, he basically said that he has a really good idea of who it is you're looking for. Your story greatly interests him, and as someone who in the past has dealt with curious mortal souls and unusual kinds being his favorite, it's something that he might be familiar with.
I want to say to the idol, once everyone's asleep and it's been about an hour or so, I want to say, yes, friends, I am the vampire that you have heard of, or that you call me. Yes, I am a beast up in mortal realms, but here, I'm nothing worse than you.
We all have our limits. I was and am a great and powerful devil, and now look at me. I'm bound, formless, to a city. We can all be brought low.
I want to pull open my book, and I'm pulling it open to Shakespeare, an act about, A Midsummer's Night's Dream. And I want to say to him, either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are the shrewd and snavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow, are not you he, that frights the maidens of the villagery, skims the milk, and sometimes labor in the quorum, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn, and sometime make the drink to bear no balm, mislead night wanderers laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin call you sweet puck, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are you not he, the one that tricks all into doing their bidding, and laugh as they harm themselves? Or are we not the only thing that you have to be materialized, to be wanderers? I feel as if we are more worthwhile to you than simple mortals.
There's a long pause and almost like a pleasant, like appraisal, just like a and then a long drawn out pause where he waits and then says, "This, interactions like these are what I live for."
And I want to say to him, if you call what you are doing still living.
A mighty fine point.
Can he leave here? Judging by the...
You get the idea that he's bound to this place, that he instigated the ritual to bring this city here, and either on some part of the Archmage or Magister person was bound here, or through some sort of devil law is now stuck here for doing something that he wasn't supposed to.
I do not want to strike a deal with someone who is planning to trick. This is not what I would want. So if you and me, while we are still sleeping, sit down and make a deal for me to survive and to see what I want followed out, I do not care what else happens.
Then I believe we have an accord. So, my sorrow-ripened friend, now comes My favorite part. Let's make a deal.
I want to use primal savagery to grow my teeth a little bit longer, and look like a vampire, and say, "Va, let's make a deal." As I set my book down, shut it, and sit down on the thing, just looking at this idol.
Cool. It says, "My terms are simple. Free me, and I will tell you everything I know. As a gesture of good faith, and seeing as you and your friends so willingly took care of my domain's resident pest, here is a bonus. Malavi would kill to see you again." And this name is a name you're actually familiar with. From your history in Darkspine, after all this vampirism happened and Eva was murdered, and you went on a bit of a vendetta after discovering that all of the leadership of Daggerspine had actually, Daggersfall?
I think it's Dagger's fault.
Daggersfall, yeah, from Daggersfall had instigated the vampirism. You murdered all of the leadership that you found to be involved, except one, the mayor, Malavi, who escaped you.
Shit. Is this Malavi he is here?
He is.
I hope he stays here.
What you remember of Malavi was fighting through the town hall, forging your way through all kinds of clerks who fought quite zealously to protect him. And as you got closer, the lean, angular face of Malavi just glared venomously at you before disappearing through a doorway. And when you fought your way through into his office, it was empty. No sign of any escape whatsoever, but just this faint, acrid smell of burning, and he was gone.
Can I do an Arcana check to remember that, I guess, whole intelligence thing, or like to remember that whole scene, and then also if I would be correct on my assumption that he did a deal with the devil to get himself free from me, or from an attack, so I guess that'd only be 6. Possibly.
Possibly. Keeper will continue on to say one more thing then. Malavi, or as you know him, the mayor, was a powerful devil himself. He broke the law, the devil law, and went to the material plane to instigate a cult and grow a following. You foiled him, and he resents you to this day for it. He was the one who briefly, and as far as I know lastly, had Eva's soul, until he was demoted. What's left of him roams beneath the soul-shackled fort. You will find him there.
And how does this help you?
It doesn't. Yet.
So he wants me to go kill this thing, or kill this person, this mayor, who I would gladly go and find and kill.
Yeah.
You definitely want to.
The impression that he's basically
he
just
gonna take
showing
his
his knowledge and doesn't really care about this Malavi character whatsoever.
He's just trying to kind of name drop.
Yeah, I'd be like, I know this.
Right.
It could be, considering this Malavi person is also like a collector of curious mortal souls, and so perhaps one-time arrival or something like that too.
So you have seen Eva?
I
Do you
may
know of her
have.
name?
I do.
I feel like I'm fucking taken, and I'm like trying to find my daughter, or like that.
Acquired a certain set of skills.
Fuck. What do you guys think I should do?
Dude, I think we kill this devil guy. That sounds like fucking awesome.
Maybe after we have a full rest, because I'm useless.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. I don't want to like really be waking anybody up, and I just kind of want to look to my team as like as I think and talk with this guy.
So
So how is this a deal?
As I said, this isn't the deal. This is a freebie. Go, take your revenge, and then we'll speak of our deal.
Yeah, my character does want revenge, so I just don't know how to bring it up to these guys. So that's what we're gonna go do.
Yeah.
One thing before this deal is done and they are awake again is if the how do you say they say all these stories about where they are from and why they are here, and you ask me as well, but why are we together? How do we get here? None of us knows this. If you can share with me one hint for this, I will waste my time to follow further into hell just to help you. If not, there is many other powerful beings like yourself and like the witch that will help me. And you will be stuck here.
I've been stuck here a very long time. I can wait.
For a persuasion of only 14?
A tale such as yours, though. I like tales such as that. The other ones, the small one, he's marked by someone else already. The devilish one. He's got a journey to make and decisions to choose. The dragon, I'm curious about. And the addled mine. Someone else has a mark on him, too. You're all a very curious bunch. I like that.
My character feels that he was kind of correct on the whole, like, us being so insignificant or weak that these gods or, you know, stronger devils are able to, like, definitely have an effect on us. Like, either speaking into our minds or, like, as he said, have it being marked by other individuals. And that, like, just makes this feel more daunting that I'm just, like, way over my head. And I got no other... Like, even trying to talk to this guy or talk him down, like, and be this, like, hard-ass bargaining hard isn't gonna get me anywhere. So, I'm just gonna go to bed.
And you know that what he's said so far as you can tell, is just a freebie. He's trusting in his confidence, perhaps supreme overconfidence, as some sort of powerful creature that you will come back.
Yeah.
There's no binding that makes you have to come back or anything like that.
Right, but I guess the way that I interpret what he had said of different marks, I'm marked by him then?
No.
No?
No. If you've totally got like your own free will and everything, he's not like a patron or anything like that.
Okay. So he's not that powerful, just powerful enough to...
He just has
get in my head.
a lot of knowledge.
Okay. I want to, instead of waking up D'Artagnan to do his shift, I want to wake up the Dragonborn.
Cool. You wake up the Dragonborn. And Akara, as you wake up to a subtle nudge from Victor, there's also two disincorporated hands like massaging your back.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I guess they're not taking too kindly the fact that I threatened to, further disembody these hands earlier.
But yeah, so you wake up, they scuttle away, and Victor is standing over you.
I have lots to share, but we must get you ready and armored. I hope you have slept well, and we are on another mission. I'm sorry, but you must do this for me.
And I'm going to slip him $20. 20, or you're not even going to know it's there, but I put 20 gold pieces into your... so you're up 20 gold pieces.
You gotta roll sleight of hand if you want to.
He was
I'll
sleeping.
note that down.
But I'm sure he counts those, like, it's every time he wakes up, so I'm guessing he will know that he's up 20.
I'll know when I go to bed tonight when I count them then.
Nice.
But as for that, well, there's always another task at hand, and
I don't even care if this guy hears me.
fulfilled hands are fulfilled mans.
If anything starts to go wrong, if I am sleeping improper, and any of our people, if anything starts to happen, you need to take your weapon and destroy the idol. Do you understand?
I understand, and I will not be dissuaded from that should the need arise. But in the meantime, let's get this armor on and you can tell me of this new task set before us.
I'm gonna go to bed, actually.
Okay, so I'm gonna...
We'll talk about it later. Just get ready.
I'm up and at it. I'm going to make sure. I suppose I will take some of this time to, count out the coins, keep them in that little internal pocket on the inside of the breastplate. And then just, make sure everything's all fine-tuned, clean. It's been a while since we've had an actual campsite, so everything gets polished. The whole 9 yards.
A pair of hands trundles over to you, Akara, with like oil and a cloth to help polish things.
I will stare down those hands until they trundle their way out of there.
They pause in front of you before putting down their items, and kind of like a dog with its tail between its legs, just like sadly scurry away.
As they do that, I'll say, "Carry on, hands, carry on." Carry on. These suspect hands. And then is everyone else still asleep?
I'd say
Or are we all...
that'll be
What is
everybody's...
the rooming situation? Sorry, I wasn't quite certain on that.
kind of picture just like a harem-ish kind of thing. So everybody's sleeping in the same room, all kinds of sheets pulled out, mostly all red sheets and like torn robes. Big sleepover party.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to take a moment to kind of stride around the room, look out, kind of check out, see where everything is, where everyone else is. And once I've got myself mostly armored up, I'm going to take a little bit of a stride, poke my head outside, see what's going on out there.
Cool. Yeah, you step out and just the vast looming cavern disappears into darkness around you. That dark vision drink you had is now gone, so it just gets dark really quick. But it's still just big, vast emptiness. But yeah, with that, I think everyone will wake back up.
Cool.
Get the benefits of a long rest.
Nice.
Woo!
So do we want to bring this eyeball back and then go get the crown? Or are we going to go get the crown first and drag the eyeball along? I think that's a legitimate question.
I actually, just to try and get like a bit of a placement, drew out a little bit of a map for you guys.
Okay.
Because back from visiting the Night Hag, I said where it was, but didn't actually explain where. So let me just pull out this map for you guys to see.
And who has this map?
We'll say that either probably you or a car out would have a map because you've been in hell the longest.
Okay.
The Cloven Plains where you guys started off is kind of the center area here. The bog is out this way. Darkspine is up north from there. So that's where you guys are now. Soul Shackle Fort / the lake. This is where Malavai is up further north. And then there's Drakari, this kind of mountain cavern area. And that Hush Howl Gorge where the Shadow Quartz Crown is kind of up here also.
What's this one on the right here? The Drakari?
Drakari. It's the domain of kobolds in hell.
Oh, cool.
Maybe we can fight a dragon.
I know a dragon would like to fight you.
So hypothetical, you guys could stop off at the Hush Howl Gorge while going north to find this Malavai character. Or just bum rush it straight to the Lake of Despond / Soul Shackle Fort.
Could we leave the eyeball here and pick it up on our way back? Safety
Yeah, totally.
things?
You could just put it in your bag though too. It's,
I
it's
see.
quite a magical
Okay,
eyeball.
cool.
Who wants to hold on? Do we want Flex carrying this giant eyeball? Is that feasible for him?
If I ever find a bag of holding, I'm gonna somehow make it into my hat, and I'm just gonna take my hat off and just shove the eyeball.
Magic
in there.
trick.
Magic trick.
What if the bag of holding was your hat? And you pull shit out of it.
I jump into it.
Do you tell everybody about what happened last night though?
No. We do need to plan where we're going to go, though.
Well, for all we know, we are headed to
get the crown.
get the crown.
Yep. So I think
Currently heading to the Crown is also heading towards that other place.
So I would know that.
Yeah, the place that you want to go to more so is just further that way.
Okay. So I want to roll for deception as I tells the rest of the parties that, friends, this is where we want to go. We will make it there as I lead in the directions. For only 12.
For what it's worth, I'll assist with this deception rather, and lend my weight to it, saying, likewise, I've taken a look at the map, and I do believe this is the most expedient route that we've got available to us.
well, you know the way.
You know the way.
18.
Would be an insight roll for. I don't see any. I believe you.
I'm also gonna roll insight actually, and that's a 9, I believe.
Yeah.
Nice. So
Victor in a car, know the way.
what do we want to do for our marching order? I don't want to actually lead. I'll just tell
I'll
you.
take the lead,
Okay.
since I know both the deception and the destination,
I'll go in the middle.
and also I have the shield and the armor.
Nice.
Alright, you go second. You want to go at the end?
people inside.
Sure. The marching order is Dragonborn, D'Artagnan, then it is Victor, Flax, Ocelus, and D'Artagnan.
Perfect. As you guys
I said
cruise
third
through the
time
ruins
twice.
of Darkspine and you work your way back up to the surface, it's eerily silent as you go back up. But there doesn't seem to be any shades or shadows afoot anymore, for now at least. As far as the trip itself, it is going to take like perhaps 5 days to get there just walking. Are you going to be hoofing it or treading carefully?
I think
Treading carefully.
treading carefully at a sustainable pace.
Yeah.
Cool. Like
Nice.
foraging for any of that fire fungus as you go kind of idea.
Yeah.
Looking out for any threats.
Yeah. I want to be creating water a little bit, so I'll use one of my first level spells once a day, basically, to make sure that we've got like a decent amount of water to sustain us.
Cool. As far as your characters, is there anything you guys would want to be doing like while you're traveling during your rests and such too? I know some of you got some books and such from the library.
Yeah, I'd totally be reading Murder Hobos.
Is that the name of your book?
Yep.
What about one about handling shafts though too?
As well as that, yeah.
Cool.
But
Murder Hobo is on the side.
Murder Hobos is like the one that I'm reading for like fun. The Shaft one's for business.
Although I had like tons of interest in this hobos book, I'm like only looking at the map, like seeing where we are and making sure we're on track.
How does the knowledge of the one person who escaped you and their location feel?
It's been a long time, I think, since my character was like the urban bounty hunter that he was. Like, I'm guessing hundreds of years. So he's mostly more been like a wanderer since he left that city and started really looking for how to find someone in afterlife. And I don't know how I feel about it. If I'm like that evil, maleficent person that I was, like ready just to kill everyone and anyone. But I feel like if it came down to it, I'd probably kill this guy still.
Cool. Yeah, because this was like the puppeteer, like the one who orchestrated all of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty cheesed to know that like he got away, and a lot of feelings, I guess, that have been kind of stored and hidden away.
Like resurfacing.
Yeah. So definitely like a more angry, more serious, like not talking to anybody really. Like just, here's your water, let's keep moving.
Cool. So as the days go by, could everybody roll a d6 for me, please?
Oh!
4.
4.
6.
1.
Nice. You guys are good.
1.
I picture Akara and D'Artagnan perhaps sparring a whole bunch too after reading the books about the different maneuvers and such that they've learned.
Ooh, yeah.
Osseous, I assume you'll be reading up about that mage's notes about that sword and everything in
Yeah.
that tower and all the
Yeah.
experiments and such going on there.
Yeah, super interested in that. I didn't remember if I had notes or if I just kind of recognized it. Okay, yeah.
Cool.
How close are we getting?
Still a few days away here.
And did I have that sword? I forgot.
Don't actually have the sword,
It's
but
just like notes about the sword.
notes about it, yeah.
Okay.
You get the idea that if the sword exists, which it apparently does, since there's notes on it, it'll be in that floating, broken tower above Darkspine.
Okay.
I don't think Fox grabbed a book, so he'll probably be doing some practicing and just kind of look at you guys and say, "Well, you always have your nose shoved in books. It's practical practice that makes the difference." And he's practicing his juggling.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, so days keep continuing, and you find yourselves turning around a bend on these vast, craggy plains into some sort of boneyard. Just like these vast skeletal rib cages arching back and forth. It's probably about midday at this point. Do you guys want to investigate anything at all, or just keep pushing on?
Yeah, I want to check out the bones. The
Cool.
boneyard. You guys look at this. Where there's bones, there's usually blood and flesh. Investigation?
Yeah, totally.
There we go. That's a good roll. That's an 18.
Nice. You find some large serrated teeth that could be potentially used to form a intricate, like ritualistic kind of dagger blade.
Shit.
Nice.
Would somebody like to roll me a d20 while you're here also?
Sure. 12.
Seems like there's nothing else in here except bones.
Can I do nature check to see like how long these bones have been here for?
Mhm.
2. 1.
They look
1.
ancient. Just seared by the sun, hollowed out and bleached white. Perhaps
Okay.
it was like a ancient part of the blood war that happened here, or something. Who knows?
Nice.
Moving on, as the days go by once again, could everybody roll another d6 for me, please?
Yes, sir. 6.
2.
3.
That was well timed.
2 2s, 3 3, or 2 2s, 2 3s, and a 6. Nice.
Cool. Yeah, you guys are all good once again. As you continue on the way, it's perhaps late afternoon at this point. The following day, you stumbled upon a small cavern. You almost missed as you're going by, but Ocelus, you spotted out of the corner of your eye, and it's about the same size as the one that you guys stayed back in the day when those horrible fat zombie things were after you. Only the one entrance doesn't go back too far, quite defensible, and as long as something doesn't live here, it could make a really safe camp.
It's getting that time.
Yeah.
I think so.
We're all needing sleep.
Sure.
Let's go for it.
Yep.
Just before we go to bed, I'm gonna cast Goodberry, and then also cast the water as well, just to make sure that because I'm guessing it's still hot and it's still
Very dry, very hot.
dry.
Yeah.
Okay. As I pull out the water and start passing it around, I want to pull open my notebook and say, "My hands have not touched water since your hands, nor has my lips freed laughter since farewell. And with the day distance gone expands between us, voiceless as the uncoiled shell. Yet much follows, much endures. Trust birds alone. A dove's wings clung about my heart last night, with surging gentleness, and the bluestone set in the trusting has but worn more bright."
Cool. Super cool. Yeah, and in this cave, you're obviously welcome to post a watch if you want, but the night passes uneventfully, and you can even have a little fire inside if you like.
Nice.
That's good. That's a good idea.
Where are we at with the cave now? Are we outside the crown place?
You're pretty well parallel to where the Hush Howl Gorge would be. As you go, there's some large stone, think of like Moab, Utah, it's like these large stone archways casting shadows here and there. And far off to the, I suppose it would be east, there's the beginnings of what looks like a gorge, and you can just hear some whistling winds from it as you continue forward.
Sorry, where are we heading to? Are you bringing us to that
We're
place?
heading like northeast,
Okay.
I believe.
Okay, cool.
And bypassing the gorge for now and going straight to the forts, I think your plan, right?
I think so.
Cool, yeah.
Because I usually am the first one watch. I want to wake up, who's usually our last watch, Akaria, and I want to kind of tell him where I want us to go, and I want to ask,
Friend, if this is a bad idea, but I wish to have this only between you and me, so that we can stumble upon the place. But if I know this is the mayor, that I know he is very powerful, and he maybe would kill all of us. I was just wondering if you wanted me to tell the rest of the group that we are heading this way. Like, I'm going to start diverting our track towards where I want us to go fight this guy. Should I tell our team about it, or should I just keep it between you and I?
I suspect that there is no reason as yet to fill them in on all of the information that we have at our disposal. But I think if you tell them that you have an inkling, a premonition of greater than normal danger, that would be well wise.
nice. Yeah, so I guess the next day in the morning, I want to say that I had a dream, and that there's a devil that I once knew from the mortal realm, and explain the situation, explain how he got away from me, and explain that I used to be this bounty hunter, and for killing vampires like myself, and that I basically Blade.
I was about to say.
Fucking Blade, guys!
Blade read poetry
and
And was allergic to the sun.
and was super pale.
yeah. And then
That's awesome.
I think that he's around
And
here,
uncool.
and if he is, I have to kill him.
Well, I'd be happy to, more than happy to help you.
You can light him on fire. You can cut out his eyeballs.
Oh, I'll do
You
it
can
all.
stomp on his face, and yes, you can ask him a question.
Like, what kind of question do you think I'd want to?
And he's Honey P, not your dad.
Ask.
Well, that's good because I wouldn't be super down on killing my dad.
Nice.
I mean, if he's really a bad guy, I guess we gotta get rid of bad guys. That's all I know.
I will help you guys. I'll help you find your dad. I will help
Bye, buddy.
you set things on fire, even if it is a book. And I do not know what you need help with.
Oh
Yes.
man, the type of help I need, I'm not sure you can give.
Moral direction, possibly.
We know
What's
you
that?
got none of that.
No mortal direction here.
Mo-
Because
mo-
he's a vampire, not a mortal.
moral direction. Relax.
Cool.
Moral. Learn proper good American.
Can he read?
Oh, you could definitely read.
Oh yeah, I'm a well-read. I know a thing or two about a thing or two down here in
You know, a
hell.
thing or two about murderous hobos.
Yeah, actually.
His light bedtime reading.
Can I ask a few questions about this Murder Hobos book?
Yeah, of course.
What is the premise behind this Murder Hobos book? Is it like
It's-
Hobo
it's,
with a shotgun where he just gets pissed off and
I
murders
was exactly
everybody?
what I was imagining.
Pretty much, yeah. It's basically a tale of a bunch of homeless adventurers who just go around killing everybody.
Yeah, that sounds like most adventures. Yeah, so I really wholeheartedly relate to this book, and you know, almost as people in like the 1930s or whatever when they listened to Mark Twain or the guy who wrote Huckleberry Finn, like how popular his books were with people and how they resonated with people at the time. This one really resonates with me to my core. I'm like, yeah, murder hobos. I feel, yeah.
You should maybe write the sequel, Murder Hobos 2 in Hell.
I love it.
As he's reading this, I want to like maybe even bring it up to him as, so is this hobos that I want to kill? I don't know if you're into writing a sequel, but
You murder hobos too. I like it. I'll be writing them something. Don't you worry, boy. I like it.
Murder
This seems
hobos,
horribly
murder.
questionable, just killing homeless people. Just gonna put that out there. For the sake of writing a book of fiction, anyways.
No, that's the thing about it. It's hobos murdering hobos, so it's good. It's fine.
And hobos are
Wait,
the
so are
best
we
target.
hobos?
No one knows they're gone.
Are we murdering
Jesus
people?
Christ.
Do we have homes?
Is this the bad campaign? Have we secretly all been evil this whole time? Holy shit.
Wait, you're
M.
good.
Night Shyamalan.
With a twist.
What the twist?
As we're going, Oculus, could you make a perception check, please?
Sure.
It's a 2.
boy.
What is it?
2.
Ooh, that's gonna be a 4.
It's a 4.
Yeah, it's not great. I thought, man, it looked like a 20 until I realized the 20 was facing me.
It looks like one of the fireballs in the sky is actually turning towards your group.
Now I want to know what a good roll would have gotten me.
how close is it?
A turn towards? What do you mean, like fireball turn towards?
Like it's arcing through the atmosphere and is angling towards you guys.
Oh, geez. Oh, it's like coming towards us and getting bigger.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird orbit. Is that always happening? And I point at the fireballs.
I'm going to jump right beside Akara.
Can I look up the firewall? And
Yeah.
try to do some sort of
Do I see
check
it?
on it?
Do we all see it now?
Yep.
How close is it? Enough to
Getting
dex saves?
closer by the second. It's going to be dex saves very, very soon.
I'm running.
Run.
Dash.
Scatter.
Dash action.
I'm casting mage
Run.
armor.
Okay.
Shit, can I
And as this fireball is approaching, it's a lot smaller than most of the usual ones you see burning up through the sky, but also appears to be burning much brighter with almost this white heat coming off it instead of the dark red.
I got a question.
Mhm.
Anything with Rakdos? Am I able to check that?
You can definitely check that.
That's a 19 plus whatever.
You sense nothing of the presence from that vision that you once had in this fireball.
I'm casting Enhance ability on myself.
Okay, and with that, it'll be dex saves.
I'm still dashing. Can I see this? I can see it, right?
You can see this,
Cool. I get advantage.
Do you?
Yes.
21.
21,
I have
nice.
danger sense.
Must
I
be
have
spell
advantage
card,
on
yeah.
dexterity saving throws against effects you
The
can
big
see.
one.
Thanks.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Bingo,
Okay,
bango.
so we got a 21, a 23,
16.
Nat,
16.
nat 20.
Okay, so
Jesus.
So
And that's
22.
22.
22.
I'm rolling
22,
some
nice everybody.
trash.
That's some very dexterous. And Victor?
So 17 plus. So yeah, 19.
19, nice. So everybody passes and just takes 4 radiant damage as you all manage to dive out of the way as
Oh, damn.
this strangely radiant comet impacts with the ground.
After we kind of.
How big was it?
It was a little bigger than human size.
Where did it come from?
It just arced out of the sky and veered towards you. Maybe, probably not on purpose, but
After we're done kind of being shell-shocked, can I go over and investigate this great ball of fire?
As you turn and look in the crater, there's a humanoid figure made of pure radiant light. And they very shakily raise themselves off of like their hands and knees and towards D'Artagnan. They raise their right hand, and their right hand is pure white.
Can I reach out and grab it?
As you reach towards it, it falls back onto a knee and shimmers before winking out of existence.
Whoa! I'm stunned by this as I reach out for the hand, and it disappears as I'm just about to touch it.
Can
you
it do a Constitution save?
Can it?
Yeah,
Sure.
I believe it's Constitution.
I was gonna try to
Just
kill
before
your
it
angel.
disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's a Wisdom save.
Wisdom save? Cool, it gets a nat 20.
Fuck. I just used hold person. I'm out of spells.
Well, you've been
What?
long resting though, so.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just for the day because I used enhance ability and.
Oh.
Okay, cool. As you look at it, I think it sounds like just from where you're standing, or you were the closest. So you
Yeah.
have this. You can't really make out any of its features, just some kind of mid-length hair, just this color of radiant light is dripping, like drooped over across its face, and you get this vague masculine feeling from it. And it exudes this quite like angelic presence.
It's beautiful.
As quite
Probably
beautiful.
the most beautiful thing we've seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
And definitely the
down
most
here.
wholesome. And yeah, just if it had eyes that you could make out, it would have made eye contact with you as it like fell to its knees and reached out its one pure white hand.
Damn. Can I do an insight check to see if I felt like this was a threatening figure, or if it felt like it was coming to me for something positive? That's a natural 20.
Aside
Bang.
from like the impact of this crater, all this thing exuded was a wholesome, like serene nature before it disappeared.
Cool. I kind of, after this disappears and like there's nothing left of it, there isn't like a dust or anything,
Just the crater.
I look around to the guys and be like, well, you don't see that every day.
This is correct, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just stunned.
Well,
it was my dad.
D'Artagnan, what was that?
I don't know, but it felt real like calm, and like I wanted to give it a hug, and then it reached for my hand, and I think he was trying to like contact me or get a hold of me, but you know, like when I hit things, there's kind of like that extra like magic damage, like someone's hitting them with like light.
I've seen this.
Yeah, you've seen it? Yeah, well, he felt the same way as that light. I don't know what's going on with it, though. It's probably just nothing. Maybe I'm just crazy.
Can I roll Arcana?
Definitely.
See if I might recognize that in my cheater brain. Nope.
What did you get?
I
Three.
roll absolute shit.
It's pretty fitting for the character right now.
Fuck.
He just can't remember anything. You get the feeling that it's probably not from this plane.
Neither is my dad. Oh my god.
Well, guys, we just got hit by a ray of light. Why don't we keep going so we don't get hit by another one?
Yeah, I'm alright with that. That didn't feel great, to be honest.
And you, D'Artagnan, probably time to pick a side by now. I don't want to get hit by a ray of light again. Let's go.
Well, that was better than getting hit by a flaming ball. Like, and I'm kind of gonna spend a second or two looking at this crater as the team leaves, and then follow behind.
Cool. As the day progresses, you guys come around this bend in almost like this large canyon you've been traversing for a little bit through the last couple days. And stretching out before you is a massive lake in the distance with storm clouds all around it. Have you guys seen Thor Ragnarok?
Mm-hmm.
You know when Thor lands on that junk planet and there's that crazy, like, the dark
The
clouds and
portals?
the giant portal?
Yeah.
There's this
The
massive...
devil's anus.
The Devil's Anus. That's a very fitting name. That's actually perfect. It looks like the Devil's Anus from Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And up, arcing towards it, is this massive, sinister-looking black metal tower with these thick industrial pipes with black smoke coming out. It appears that this is the Soul Shackle Fort.
It's fucking cool.
And
So we're going
gonna
there?
spend the night just before then. And this is where I know we have to head to go find this person.
Yeah, Keeper said that the demoted Malavi skulks in like the warrens and cells beneath the fort.
If we're gonna take a long rest, can I just make one request before we go into that big scary place? Is can we wake up and then also take a short rest so I can cast mage armor and then get that spell slot back?
That sounds good to me. Just like a little prep in the morning. You guys can
Yeah.
kind of come up with a game plan too.
It lasts 8 hours. It's not concentration.
That would also free me up from the necessity of having to like wake up early to get armor. So, you know, I'm all about getting that like 10, 11, 12 hours.
What do you guys
Beautiful.
want to do for game plan to enter this place? Just walk through the front door, or like split the party, or like?
Definitely split the party.
You guys can do some like
Reconnaissance.
reconnaissance and go from there.
Why doesn't the guy that doesn't need to sleep and can turn into a bat or a rat?
Can't turn into a bat yet, but I could turn into a rat or a wolf. Wolf would probably be my preferred.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty quick then. But if anything were to happen, I'm by myself.
Yeah.
We've all seen
While
where
you
that
guys-
happens in other
While you
campaigns.
while you guys are just sleeping and I'm like far away. I mean, I'm definitely like my character would be willing to do that just this time for like this case because this is his fight.
Yeah.
But
Normally not.
Well, what kind of animals can you turn into that can climb and have good stealth? Or I guess it would be dex.
thematically, I'm a vampire, not a druid, so I'm only turning into wolves.
Okay.
And then once I can, I'm only turning into bats.
So why don't you just scope the outskirts while we're sleeping then?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. And then we can find the best entrance, and if there's like a side entrance, why don't we all just cram through there?
Yeah.
And then charge the castle until we
Almost
find.
never a smart idea to split the party.
We're gonna find fuck nuts and murder hobo him.
We're gonna hobo him.
We're gonna murder hobo him.
Murder hobo. So we're the hobos this time. I like.
Can I do an
prefer
intelligence
this.
check to remember what Malavi smelt like? I feel like my character would remember that smell. But I mean, it's been years, so.
What kind of double?
Just a
is this
straight
guy?
intelligence of 10.
You just
Or
remember
nine.
that when he burst into his office expecting to fight him, just that faint smell of burning, and from any interaction you'd had with him before, it always smelled just a little off.
Okay. But I do kind of remember that smell then. I'm going to turn into a wolf, and as they start to head to bed and set up more or less a camp on a more secluded area that can't be seen from a
some,
tower,
like,
from
nook and cranny,
Anus.
perhaps back in
yeah,
the-
exactly. Still maybe like a kilometer away or whatever. I'm just going to start hoofing it because usually my character wouldn't do this, to go in just by myself and in a very hospitable plane. But this is my fight, and if I want to put myself into danger for now today, this is what I will do.
Awesome.
So perception with advantage on smell
Sounds good. How close are you going to get to the fort itself?
until I can smell it, no
Okay.
matter what danger that puts me in.
Cool.
Until I'm at like basically the front doors, unless I see something otherwise. That's a 16.
Cool. Yes, as you're going, you're still quite a ways out, but you just get this sense of and smell of like. You ever smell fear before?
My character's blade, so fuck yeah.
This place just reeks of fear, anguish, and misery. And as you get closer to the walls too, you can actually see that like the black battlements actually has what looks like hellfire engines built into it on the parapets, with that like bone melt spewer from the Soul Train just built into all of the walls. Yeah, it looks just like a metal nightmare. As you get a little closer, they'll give you another perception check. I assume you're just kind of like skirting around, not getting too close.
Yeah. I mean, depending on how close 16 got me, like. And then again, 15. Plus 4 for perception.
Okay,
Sorry.
cool. Yeah, so as you go, you get another smell. Rather than coming directly from the fort itself, there's some large vents in the distance that you can smell also. Give me one more perception check here too.
And last one. Come on, something good. 17.
Okay, sweet. You pick up 2 scents. Each seems to be coming from one side of the fort. It's not clear that if it's the devil that you can smell, but one smells kind of caustic and a little bit like burning. The other smell just like reeks of, especially of fear, and is like a outpouring of something kind of sludgy.
How dangerous does this place look? Like,
The
sounds
fort
super
itself
dangerous.
looks fucking terrifying. Like it's out of a nightmare.
And I don't see any bodies or groaning or anything like that.
Not from here, no.
So the walls that I got up to were like still only.
I pictured you didn't get too close.
Okay, so like how far away am I? Like hundreds of meters away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I can still kind of smell this stuff, but can't really see much more.
And as far as from what your nose can tell, it seems like there's two like outflow points that lead down into the bowels of this place.
So maybe taking one of these vents into the like would be a good stealthy spot. Like I
Yeah,
guess
you
I'd be
could
looking into a
potentially-
place to get in.
Exactly. Yeah, you could bypass the fort itself and go straight deep into it.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna try and remember that spot and just like I'm going to dig into the ground where I think I wanted to go, and I'm going to pee into it. And
Nice.
cover it up, and that's my spot.
Cool. Yeah, you make it back to the group.
Okay, so we
And
don't
I'll-
see him
and I'll
randomly
step-
digging a hole, pissing in it.
And I'll stealthily come back, and then I'm guessing the one took me like 2 hours.
Mhm.
So for the next 2 hours, I'm just going to shine everybody's weapons. I'm just making sure everything's like super pristine, and that went like even Arcaria's armor is like looking good.
Okay, cool.
Are we up from the night then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we finish up our long rest. We're all kind of getting ready for the day.
And just before I go to bed, I guess, I would have cast Good Berries so that there was food prepared for the morning.
Cool.
So that, and then as they get up, I want to also be up and say, friends, we must eat. You must be strong for this.
Okay. Yeah, so from the intel that you gathered, the fort looks fucking terrifying. But there's these two outflow pipes. One is full of smoke, and the other is full of some sort of like refuse or like water goopy runoff. But they both seem to lead really, really far down.
Well, if Auroras has taught us anything, down the pipe we go.
Yeah, R.I.P. Auroros. So, but I'm not the man of action plan to know how to storm a building. I do not know this, especially with the team. If anyone has a military idea, I know that there is the two holes. One hot and with smoke, as the other is, well, refuse.
So we got fire or shit, basically.
Fire.
Yeah.
Nominate fire immediately.
Yeah, let's go with the fire.
Gross. Because I'd really rather not die, but also, you know, the high elf half of me is really not into shit. It's like toe and toe getting burnt alive and going at shit. Fire wins.
Fire.
Alright, so you guys will go to the caustic vent.
Is
Or just
there,
early
is there
morning.
anything that we can grab around here that would make us look more like, I guess, the rock, or any like blanket we could use to kind of like blend in a little bit more? We're walking in with like a fucking tin can and like shiny as hell.
This place, the fort itself has just nothing but vantage points all around. It's all just flat, barren plains, then the massive dark gray lake, and then the dark roiling storm clouds above. So it is pretty open. There's not really any like any hiding spots.
Should we just move quickly then?
Yeah.
I think.
Let's run.
Run it.
Cool. Get a
Not like they're
beeline
gonna
for
hear
that
us.
vent.
Yeah, just like beeline it.
So as we get up to the edge of this pipe, can I like look down it, see it, stick my head in? Did anything happen? Does it
Yeah,
smell bad?
there's two massive pipes,
Yeah.
both large enough for even D'Artagnan to fit through quite easily, except for this metal grate over top of them, which is warm to the touch as the same color of smoke that's billowing out from the fort itself billows up towards the sky from here as well. Just this black, acrid smoke.
Can I use my crowbar and stick it in and try to bust this thing open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Athletics check?
With advantage from the crowbar.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, that's not very good. That is an 11. You guys, I just can't get it. I leave the crowbar in there for someone else to take a shot if they want.
Where's the heat coming from?
Far below. So at this point, which comes out is just thick, black, hot smoke, which is not very pleasant to breathe.
But it's just smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Can we give the Dragonborn a chance to bust this open?
Yeah, Akara, do you want to make an athletics check with advantage?
Absolutely.
You can do it, buddy.
17 plus my athletics, that's 22.
The metal grate starts to give, and with this, like that stereotypical, opening a rusted metal gate in a cemetery that creak. The massive metal gate eases off from the pipe.
Hits the wall and it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's metal around here, jeez. Would this work? Casting Warding Wind. It displaces or extinguishes unprotected flames in the area that are torch size or smaller, and then it also hedges out any vapor, gas, or fog that can be dispersed by strong wind for a on-self 10-foot radius.
That would help exponentially.
Okay, I'm going to cast it on myself, and...
Is it an area of effect?
Yeah,
Yes,
so
yeah,
it's
10
10
foot
feet
radius.
around me.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So anything inside of it is deafened, though. So,
Okay.
Akaria, could you stand... You have resistance?
I do have resistance to fire, yeah.
I'm thinking every now and then you're going to have to pop out just so we can hear what the hell's going on, if we can hear anything at all. But I think just walking in with all of us being deaf might be a bad idea, too.
Well, we could walk in and jump down and then, assuming we don't die, turn it off. And not be deaf.
Yeah, and turn off the spell, 100%. I'm just saying, we could be walking into, we could hear people talking and we wouldn't even know. We could walk right into them,
Okay.
right? If there is, and just putting it out there, it is a spell effect. Once
Yeah.
we're inside, we are deafened.
Yeah. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
Let's do it.
That's a really good idea.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I cast this warding.
Right on.
So I use the mist that's usually around me, and I just create this mist ball as it just starts to speed up in concentration or in velocity, starting to pick up some of the dust and stuff like that we have just all around us, and I'm just gonna start walking right in.
Cool.
What's our walking order? I think Akari should be first.
Are we just all going in the fire
Always.
pipe?
I think so.
Can we fit 2 by 2?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite a large pipe.
So I'll go closer to the middle. D'Artagnan, you want to take the back as usual?
Sure.
Okay, and the kids with me.
Okay, so you guys enter this large, smoky outflow pipe. The pipe is really hot too, not enough to do any damage here, but like when you're walking on the beach in the summer and barefoot in the sand and it's fucking smoking hot?
We're not even barefoot and the shit's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As you go, could everybody give me Constitution saves with advantage, please?
Well, that can't get worse than that one. I rolled a 1 for the first one. 16.
Black's got a 19.
21 for D'Artagnan. He don't give no fuck about no pipe.
Nice.
I'm
Car also got a 19.
also focused. 19.
19?
Jesus.
Yeah, awesome. You guys are good. The warding wind hedges out most of the acrid black smoke as you guys traverse this pipe.
As we walk down, I want to explain to them the story of this man and a little bit further of how he got away from me and how I guess I'm imagining just bloody murder at this point. How I will kill him.
The spell is supposed to have you deafened, but that is too cool not to
Oh,
happen.
fuck.
So that's happening anyways.
I guess that's what I'm thinking of.
Sounds good. But honestly, that's fucking sweet. I like that.
Just want to just make it so that we're deaf to everything outside of the...
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, because that's cool. Especially just imagining how it would echo in this pipe as you guys literally descend deep into the bowels of this place.
Yeah.
He's just hype man. Be like, yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna fucking kill him. Yeah, let's go.
Cool. And as you guys traverse, it's getting quite steep now and seems to be just winding down. And another Constitution save for everybody, please.
Advantage or...
Advantage still, yeah.
It's 18.
You good?
Wow, I rolled 2 13s in a row. That's lucky. 14 total.
Whew.
Nice.
I'm only getting more constitutional. We are 22 on that one.
Nice.
Also 22.
Cool.
Ben, what you got?
21.
Nice.
Jeez,
Very
we are
nice.
huge right now.
Yeah, except for me.
Yeah, but I mean 13.
That's exactly what you needed to pass.
Oh, 14?
Yeah.
Nice.
The air around you, even with this warding wind, is now piping hot, and the ground, you can't stand still for very long at all just because it is so hot. And down beneath you around the corner, you can start to see this dark orange and red glow coming up the pipe.
You're on. You can control flame, can't you?
I cannot control flame. Nope.
You can produce flame.
Fuck. we have to walk right through this fire.
And the flames we carry on.
You could just piggyback on a car and D'Artagnan.
I'm not above that.
Yeah, I got nothing for this. Run
Yeah.
and jump.
I got prestidigitation. That's
Could I do a wisdom check? Fuck, I don't know. What is that even? Insight? To see if I would die walking through this fire?
You don't think... Well, you're not too sure what exactly is down there, but it seems to be some sort of, like, forge or burner, like, runoff kind of thing.
Oh, so it's not like I have to just walk directly through it to pass through this
I don't
room?
think
Like
we're not close enough yet to know the source.
Yeah,
Okay,
the light is
okay.
coming from something, but you're not entirely sure if it's like a pit of lava or what exactly it is.
Definitely pit of lava.
Are we still walking or are we like crawling down now?
Pretty much like crab crawling, like being really careful not to slip down because it is quite steep.
Jeez, okay.
Well, let's head down further and try to find the source of this.
Yeah. There's nowhere else to go.
Okay.
Can't melt stone or metal.
As you continue, another Constitution save. With advantage. Let's
Good.
of course.
Good on the
Nice.
second one, thank God.
Is anyone below a 14?
22.
16.
I just got 14.
17.
Nice.
Everybody is good.
I want to take some of my rope and throw it outside of the warding. What happens to that rope? Does it light on fire?
It starts to smoke.
Can I
And-
hold a torch outside?
So we're kind of on a steep decline now,
Mhm.
and can we kind of see the bottom?
Now you can, yeah. It appears that the pipe opens up into the way I picture it is, you know, like the old like coal-powered trains where they have like the big like heated forge thing, all the coal
Yeah.
Yeah.
like piping hot, and all the smoke coming off of it. There, that's basically what's beneath you. It appears to be like a refuse burner down at the
And
bottom
we would
there.
fall right into it if we just kept going down this.
Mm-hmm.
So how the fuck are we gonna?
Wait,
not-
so is this like the end of Toy Story 3? Right? Like this type of shit?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
shit. What do we do, guys? Is it
Do you
lava?
have create water?
No, it's like there looks like every now and then you can make out bones, but for the most part it almost looks like coal just burning hot.
And there's nothing we could jump to that would not be just all this burning.
Not that you can see from where you are currently.
Do you want to send the fire resistant people a little deeper?
No, open your cases. Marcel's right. Open your cases and open all your water.
I don't know if we're
No, it's gonna work.
Okay.
That way we get steamed to death instead of burnt to death. I like it.
How long are you guys taking to decide on what to do, by the way?
Like super quick, like as much time as it's taking us right now.
It's getting hot,
Okay,
so we're back.
if you throw your water down,
Uh-huh.
I can turn it to ice and
We can slide faster.
fuck,
into
that's
the
not gonna
fire.
work either.
I think I'm gonna hold my shield underneath my feet and kind of just jump for it.
Looking down, it appears that there's like a much dimmer area further and to the right. So it's not like a massive pit down here, but there is this big burner area that leads into the pipe. So there is real ground down here too, but it's just a little further away.
Don't jump! Don't jump! Don't jump! I want to try and grab him. Don't jump. Not
Okay.
yet. Frick, we could just grab some rope and throw that down really quick. So just like taking that rope, at least we have something to grab onto.
Sure.
I
What are we tied
guess
onto?
I have a blank pin with that. That probably would go into metal though.
You could hypothetically try and climb out and like hook the rope around the corner, but it might just light up on fire while you're down here too, because it is really hot.
we wouldn't have long.
I have probably the best acrobatics of the group, +7. But that's about the only thing I could think of doing. I could try and hook it on. That's the best we could do, and we could swim. Or
Swing?
swing, rather, not swim. Oh, Jesus, don't swim in that. And then basically jump for it, or we could just try and go. The garbage route sounds like the water runoff from below, which
That sounds like a good idea. Let's jump for it.
Well said.
I start.
You guys could go, but it would mean climbing all the way back up and risking whatever's going to happen if you fail one of these saves.
I want to drive a pike in or attach my rope to something and try to swing to a safe area.
Are you able to just jab a pike into some of this metal?
What about one of my long serrated teeth? You think I could jab that through the metal?
No. You could, it would take you a sec, but you could peek out and look for something to latch it onto.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast jump on Akaria, who's the heaviest, and he can jump down and then swing and then hold onto the rope, and it'll make like kind of a like this looking rope if he holds onto it and ties it onto himself. And he's got the fire resistance, so I mean.
Okay.
And then at least we all slide down the rope, I guess. But then that means the last person swinging, they have to just basically run as he jumps, so that he gets velocity.
Alrighty, and
I
one
know
more
it's not a physics
Constitution
class,
save,
but like, does
everybody.
that work?
we need you because you're the only thing warding all of this horrible shit.
Why don't we just jump all at the same time?
No, bad idea. Bad idea. I don't want to just jump. That killed one of your characters already. Like it's going down the pipe.
And what did everybody get for another Constitution save? Still with advantage? Fuck.
Yeah.
11.
No.
Oh.
But he's got resistance.
13.
Oh no.
Fuck. I'm
Wow,
first to
I
fail
was the
too.
only one. I got a 17.
I got 4.
Akara, you there?
18.
Nice. So everybody who didn't get a 14 gets 1 level of exhaustion from inhaling the smoke.
Oh, fuck.
Well, that just made my.
Do I have to do a concentration check to keep this spell up?
No, you haven't taken any damage. Just hacking cough.
Well, it could be like also.
That's no good because that means my acrobatics just became a lot less good.
Yeah, so you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
Ooh. Big ooh.
Okay, so I'm gonna look for a place to tie a rope onto. Can I find?
Okay, give me a perception check leaning out
Okay,
of the wind.
that is a 13.
Looking down
Or
into the
14,
right,
sorry.
a 14? It looks as if there's a massive gate to kind of close in like all the flame and burning coal, and it's swung open towards the pipe, so you could hang something off of that and swing over onto the clear ground.
Okay, I would like to try to attach some rope to that then.
Okay, you do so, and you to try and get down to the bottom here too?
Yep, I'm gonna use the rope and try to swing down and get to a safe place in the bottom.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
5 and 7 is 12.
You make it, but not smoothly. As you swing out, you slip on the rope, and your torso gets dragged through the charcoals, burning hot, and you are going to take 4 fire damage as you land on the other side.
Alright, I'm gonna follow suit too because if I suffer another point of exhaustion, I'm gonna probably die for the rest of this. So I'm swinging in, disadvantage. Come on, let me roll 14.
14? A little better than Flax. You do manage to swing down this rope and only just slightly get singed on the way, taking, ironically, 4 fire damage.
I'm gonna go with
Oh.
disadvantage. Oh, and that's
666.
dexterity.
Yeah.
All right, that's 8.
As you go to slide down, I picture you just kind of turn back
rope
to
break.
Victor, see you on the other, and then slip and just fall right into the flaming coals.
Am I like swimming through them now, basically? Ah!
I'm picturing just breaststroke as they're just sizzling on your rock hard pecs.
Can I throw my rope to help him like pull him faster so he's not burning nearly as much?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I do that and I kick like elbow Flax in the gut to help have him join me as well.
I think. Sure, I'll give you a hand.
As they're pulling me, I'm shouting at him like, "Your dad would be proud."
Should I roll like what athletics for that or something like that?
Yeah, probably athletics for tossing the rope.
So I got help, so that would be just nullify my disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 9.
9?
I have a -1.
Awesome. As you whip the rope out, it starts burning before it gets to him.
I want to look at our rope, seeing the situation go down.
It's
16.
smoking, but still intact.
Ricardo, do you want to throw a new one before we go? I'm all out of my rope. My rope's the one that got tossed, so.
I got 1 left. Let's do it.
Okay,
I'll
50,
toss that
50
one
feet of
down
rope. Let's throw it. Can just jump with it, I guess, and then I'll hold on and just swing right behind you.
There you go.
All right.
Fuck, here we go. So
Call
ability
what
check
kind of-
here. Strength.
And that's acrobatics, you say?
Acrobatics or athletics, whatever you prefer.
Ooh, that's a spicy decision. So yes, athletics. Wait, yes, that's a 14.
Yeah, same story. You managed to swing out and just get slightly singed by the intense heat and coals, taking 1 fire damage, which you can just negate, can't you?
Round down. How much fire damage did I take there, Cam?
You took 6.
Yes, I can.
So you can have that down to 3. You got really lucky on the rolls. And what did you get with the...
Critical fail.
No.
No.
Buddy.
Perhaps just waiting to make sure that your companion Akara made it safely, you misstep in the intense heat and basically dive directly into the fire. And you take...
Right before I go in there, I'm going to wild shape using my mist to try and force my mist downwards. So I get some extra HP there.
Cool.
Times 6 and 12. Yeah, okay, tell me what I get hit with.
11 fire damage.
Oh, that's it?
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay, can I look back and see this and be like, oh shit?
Mhm.
And then dive back in and go grab, like...
Yeah,
go to
you
help
definitely
him?
can.
Yeah, so I'm like, for fuck's sake. And I
Jesus.
jump back into the coals.
How much of your stuff is burnt now? Take your
Fuck.
back off first. Take your
that?
backpack off first.
On the side note, how much rope did I lose? It was silk rope, so
Oh, it was a good.
good.
How much did you have?
I have 50 feet.
I'd say you can probably salvage like half of it.
0.5.
Yeah, and you dive back in and give me an athletics checks to grab Victor.
This is disadvantage too.
It
isn't
is,
it?
yes.
Ooh! And that is a 19.
Can I do an athletics check to try
You
and...
said athletics?
Mhm.
Oh, well, actually, that's +5, so that's a
22.
22.
Or like some sort
Beautiful.
of deck save to try and get all of my backpack, especially the map, like up above me, as I'm like basically burning. For 7.
Could this situation at all be salvaged by me also throwing myself back into the fire?
Probably not.
I think we got the body we need. Victor, as you're just like flailing around in these coals, just burning, trying to save your backpack from burning up first, and basically like a giant D'Artagnan just dives in and scoops you up and then just like wades out of the fire.
Jeez. Alright.
That's pretty badass.
As I walk out of the fire with him, I kind of sit him on the ground and brush off some of the coals and go, baptize in fire, boys.
Do I take another 8 of damage, or...?
You're good actually, but D'Artagnan, you're going to take 10 fire damage, which of course is halved. Well, congratulations, you made it into the maggot pits.
Great.
Can we see the
Shit.
hole to the other
Which honestly
this
sounds
shit
The
more
hole?
other
like the
side, not
maggot
from here,
pits.
no. And so as you collect yourselves, hacking, gacking, and burning, the sound assaults your ears. Actually, first, so as you look out from the little bit of light, everything just fades to blackness, except for those with dark vision, of course, you can see further. And just sludge and dark water drips from the roof and coats the floor. And you just hear the squelching, slippy, squirming sound of thousands and thousands of maggots.
That's fucking disgusting.
Amid like pitiful, sad moans of like agony and torture. And in the darkness, those with dark vision, you can see just thousands of squirming shapes, chains with hooks on the end jangling from the ceiling with large maggots impaled upon them.
Oslos
that
is
too, eh?
so close to vomiting, it's not even funny. It's...
And so those with dark vision, you can make out on these writhing shapes human faces on all of the maggots.
Damn. Do I recognize any of the faces? It's a nat 20.
You perceive a lot, but none of them are familiar.
Damn.
Yeah, you perceive a lot.
Are there any within like arm's reach?
They're everywhere. Like it
Yeah,
looks like
like
the
on the
walls are made out of them.
And so things aren't metal in here anymore.
It seems like there's like metal, like a skeleton, and then rather than walls, the walls are just packed with these writhing, live maggots with humanoid faces.
Gross.
Is there any
I
like
pick
close
one
to
up.
me? Oh, sorry. If there's one close to me, I want to stomp on it and squish it.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
What
Okay.
do they do? They like hive mind?
No, they are not hive mind. You just see like a look of pain and terror on its face before you do so, and as you squish it, it just squishes like a maggot.
I pick one up. I
Eat it.
look it
Eat
very
it.
close, and yeah, I'm not eating it.
It's pretty big too. It's like probably a size small.
Oh Jesus! Oh, these are thick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay, well I pick it up with like almost two, with like as few fingers as I possibly can, and I like look at it like it's a human face. What's its like reaction to that?
It doesn't even really acknowledge that it's been moved or that it's looking at another face. You just see like a look of terror and pain on its face as it writhes there, babbling kind of incoherently to itself.
Can I do a religion check?
Mm-hmm.
Dear God.
Quick question.
I take that at
If you
disadvantage
came up
because
with
this
this,
is awesome.
holy fuck. Jesus Christ, that's gross.
Quick
That's in
question.
the lore.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
find
14.
14
for religion.
Religion. What are you trying to figure out?
And that was with disadvantage with the exhaustion. That I guess what I'm looking for is if these people's souls have just been trapped here, and by what god controls the. I know we had talked about it before. I think the pits, or no, was that the pits? Or we talked about the dragon pits.
Yeah, the drakes.
So
the
we haven't
dragon
talked
spawn
about
pits.
the mega pits.
Yeah, this is. You think you've heard that it's like a repertoire of souls being stored to be turned into Lemirs. So they're all humanoid souls waiting to be turned into devils.
I want to go around stomping as many as I can while everyone's sitting here staring at the maggots.
This is not the focus, though. How hot is it in here?
It's much cooler now that you're down here with a fire behind you.
Okay.
It appears like the flame is like a way to dispose of refuse.
Should I do a concentration check to see if I still have the ward up?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's a 9. So
Warding Wind is gone.
is it gone or sorry? But I get +2 on that, so 11.
11, then it would still be up.
Nice.
With Warding Wind still up, you wouldn't have heard all the squelching then too, because it'd be deafened.
Them squelching and bitching about each other. Or
No, the squelching of thousands and thousands.
but I can
of
still see
maggots.
them and
Yeah.
see them talking to it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, what way is your little devil friend?
Mop.
Are you going to drop Warding Wind or just leave it up?
I'm gonna do perception check to see which way. Well, I mean, obviously the door is the way out of here, I guess.
You can't
For
see it though, because aren't
16?
you in that warding wind? Yeah.
I can still see stuff.
Oh, okay.
I just can't hear anything.
You can see just fading into the distance on all sides is just more of these maggot-filled walls.
On all sides except for the door.
Whoops,
This
sorry,
one's
like it almost like a labyrinthine. Like there's different paths and such that arc out.
What are these things called, by the way?
Soul larva.
Do we want to venture in to one of
Yeah, I
Oh.
100% do not want to be here longer than I have to.
Okay, so just looking out from where you are, you could either go directly straight down a corridor, which seems to branch off to the left twice, depending on where you go, or you could kind of hug this gated wall that kind of circumvents this flame burn area and go up north from there.
I think the latter.
Ben, what does Akara think of all this?
Absolutely disgusted by the presence of these creepy grub head things and just not stomping on them. I don't want that on my boots. I have more dignity than that, but kicking them away from me, shoveling them off, ensuring that they respect my personal space.
Can you,
The occasional armored boot.
Let's go the way that hugs north.
What's our order?
same order as the thing, I think.
Yeah, sure.
And also Oslos just like stares at it and like just drops it and like shivers.
Yeah, it
Again.
writhes feebly and babbles to itself
Yeah.
about what it did in life.
I cast precipitation on every square foot of my body.
Nice. And do you still have Warding Wind up, or is that dropping?
Yeah. No, I still do.
Okay.
And I'm kind of going to do a little bit of a jog here. Like trying to just find the right spot.
Okay. As you move around,
Place.
so you continue up north a little bit. Akara, as you go away from the fire too, it's pitch black in here.
As I go away from the fire, what happens?
It's pitch black, just for your vision.
I'll probably have a torch lit.
Yeah, should we light a torch?
Torch up?
Yeah.
I'll use one of mine too.
I got no alternative. It's
Are they reusable on a side note? Or
I feel like that's my.
Torches?
Yeah.
I feel like as long as you like,
I'm
don't
holding off
use it
on
too
the
long.
creepy milk for now.
You're gonna hold off on the creepy milk?
Oh right,
For the
Flax's
time being.
famous farm juice.
Alrighty.
Flax's funky farm.
Funky.
As you walk a little bit further, there's almost like a little alcove, just like a corner. And in the corner, there's a group of humanoid shapes that seem to be melded into the wall. And they're pulsating from these massive, like, fleshy tumor sacs all over their bodies.
Can I poke one of the tumor stacks with my knife?
Does it look like Lumire's?
No, it's... I almost want to say like it looks like the Flood from Halo almost, but with like pulsating with this like
jeez.
lambent light here and there too, like the infected ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my little dagger and just drive it right in. Maybe up and down a little and pull it out.
I'm gonna go, wait. Can they talk?
Just like the soul larvae, they're kind of like babbling just incoherently about. You can catch like little words, something about like failures in life or why and why am I here and stuff like that. And do you stab one?
Yeah, I'm gonna let him. If this is putting them out of their misery, then possibly.
I don't care about their misery, only my joy. I just drive it right in.
Okay, as you do so, it gasps in pain and reaches towards you, and that will be initiative.
That's a 9. Is that nice?
I got a 20.
Nice. And you got a 9, sorry there?
No, oh yeah, 9.
9. Cool.
That's 16.
So I had 8.
Oh, I'm also at 8.
8. Cool.
8, 23? Is that what you have?
Has it been
No, I
about
had
10
16.
minutes since I cast the Warding Wind, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I would actually probably say longer after
Okay.
all this time.
Okay.
Is that how long it lasts?
I believe so. So that is now finished with as we jog through.
Give me an attack roll for the little dagger stab there, by the way, too.
Okay.
Ooh. How could... If he doesn't make that attack, does that mean we don't do initiative?
It still counts and you still stab it, but just not where it hurts.
Okay, I rolled a 7.
Yeah, that misses. Alrighty, so we're gonna have Akara start us off as Flax stabs this creature and it reaches for him. 2 more of them pull themselves out of the wall with this sick squelching sound.
I'm gonna go run up and try to level the one, just shield truck this guy.
Okay.
The one who's going after Flack. Either athletics or acrobatics for them.
That is going to be a 6.
Alright, I got a 21, so he's prone.
He is super prone. As you smash him, some sort of like pus-like fluorescent fluid spews out of some of his big fleshy sacs.
Right, I suppose I'll call out to the rest of the group as I, kind of stand over top of Flax. Here we go.
Here we go. Osseous.
Alright, well, I hate everything here and just don't want to be here anymore. So I'm going to take out my cutlass and cast Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
Unless it's got an AC of 8 or lower.
You're actually a lot closer than you think, but you do miss.
Yeah. Fuck that. And I end my turn by bonus action disengaging, pop him back a little bit out of reach.
Once again, as you stab or slash at this thing, you rupture some of its fleshy sacs, but doesn't appear to do any damage. And then Flax.
If I were to cast Fairy Fire, would I be able to hit more than one target?
Yep, you'd be able to easily light up these 3 creatures. And is there a max target for Fairy Fire?
No, not a max target, but I think it's a 20-foot square.
Because the walls are basically made of these soul larvae, so the entire place will light up.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, let's do that. Why not? That's a DC save 12.
Okay, so roll
Dex,
for
I
the
believe.
3. Nurtured ones. 12. Dex save?
Yeah.
So 2 pass and 1 fail.
Okay.
We'll do... So one's prone. We'll do one of the ones that's standing is lit up with fairy fire. And then the entire area lights up as all the larvae are encompassed by your
That's fucking cool.
hellish fairy fire.
I'm gonna make them look like they're on fire.
Cool. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, 20-foot cube. So the 2 that are standing up are now lit up. The one on the ground is not lit up, and all the maggots are lit up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to, if I move away from this character, do I provoke an opportunity attack?
You will, yes.
Yeah. I'm going to then disengage and just move back in the middle of the group, potentially out of reach of any target.
You do so. And then D'Artagnan.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to go into a rage, and then I'm going to attack the nearest maggot thing. And
There's one prone on the ground.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the prone one.
one?
Do I get advantage on that?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a natural 20.
Yeah, you
blue dice.
cleave into this thing.
With what weapon?
Oh, I'm using the great axe. I just basically...
Decapitation.
No, I'm cutting it like
Oh,
lengthwise.
jeez.
Roll your damage. Or, sorry, confirm first.
That's
Does.
13.
13? Cool. Full damage and roll an extra damage die.
You already
You
did
just
7.
Okay, sweet.
7, 1.
And then plus my 1 radiant damage.
Cool. So you do 25 damage to this, we'll call them nurtured ones, and it is extremely bloodied.
And that's my
I mean,
turn.
it's almost dead. So
It is
You
almost
did
dead,
good.
Victor, your go.
My character feels as if this is not the fights that we want to be fighting. I'm going to use my action to disengage from the fight and put myself... Akari is quite close into this, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to step about 25 feet away, using my perception and superior dark vision to kind of just go into the middle of the room where I'm not super far close to the wall or anything like that for something to spring out on me, but just sitting in the middle of the room.
Okay, sounds good. And then we have the nurtured ones. So the prone one, which is almost dead, is going to spend half of its move to stand back up and attack Akara. Only getting a 12. And then the next one is going to attack D'Artagnan. It's missing severely with only a 9. And then the last one is going to move to attack Flax.
Okay.
Wow. Also getting a 9.
Woo! Got nothing on me, maggot.
Yeah, so these gross, bulbous, pussy, vaguely humanoid shapes babble incoherently and flail very ineffectually at the party. Akara, that's back to you.
You know, I really don't want to let go of this torch and, you know, potentially blind myself to just to fight these guys. So I'm just going to smack this one in front of me who just stood back up with the torch again.
Fairy fire lit all around us, so like you do have some good light.
True, but I still like to be able to like see the rest of the things around me, and I'm getting a good feeling here. And that's a 24 to hit the nearest one with the torch.
Cool. Is that the fairy fired one or the one that was prone and stood back up?
The one that was prone and got back up.
Okay, cool.
Was he not fairy fired?
He was
Sorry.
not. It was just one of them was fairy fired, but this one is severely bloodied.
Oh, my mistake. I rolled that. I thought he was fairy fired with advantage.
That's okay. You can hit the one that is fairy fired. It's right there too.
And sure. And it's just a D4, I guess, for improvised weapon.
Definitely, yeah.
All right, that's 7 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Lean in and just skewer him with the flaming torch.
Very nice. As you notice, as you hit these things, like the light inside of their tumors and such seems to get brighter. That brings us to Ocelus.
I'm just gonna do the same thing again. Just gonna cut some worms. Green flame blade. Oh my god. That's a 24.
24, that most certainly hits.
That
And
is a
which one are you attacking again? The fairy fired one? Or the nearly bloodied one? Or the other one that hasn't taken any damage?
The one that hasn't taken any damage, and the green flame, it's a D6 to the other one.
Okay, cool.
No, it's my... Oh, fuck, what is it? My spellcasting modifier. So the one I attack, that is 8 damage.
Okay.
And my spell attack modifier is 4, so the other guy takes 4 damage. So
Okay.
8 on the first guy, and the extra guy takes 4 burning damage, I'm assuming.
Cool. As the burning fire damage does arc towards them, once again, the tumors get brighter. They look like fuller, like ready to burst.
Really gross. And disengage as a bonus action.
Sounds good.
Oh, actually, was someone standing next to them still? Is Akara still standing next to him?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I get
Sneak attack.
sneak attack 6 damage on
Okay,
the
sweet.
guy I originally attacked.
That one is almost bloody.
Oh, close.
And after Ocelus, we have D'Artagnan.
I'm going to head on over to the other. Like, is there any other guys kind of close to where we are? I imagine they're fucking everywhere. So
There's 3 of them. Just think of like a melee, like kind of all around you.
cool. The next closest one, I'm gonna swing at. You can-
Fairy fired or severely bloodied one, or
Let's
almost
go
bloodied?
severely bloodied. I want to get rid of this prick. Think about see that catch. It was a good catch.
I missed it, but it sounded good.
19.
That definitely hits. And as you wanted to do last time and cleave this thing in half,
Yeah.
is that what you'd like to do? As
Oh
you
yeah,
kill?
I'm gonna finish cutting it in half. Fuck this guy.
As you cleave down on it, there's this implosion that forces your axe back as this thing blows the fuck up.
Whoa!
Could I get everyone except Victor to make a Constitution saving throw, please?
9.
Doesn't matter.
12.
4.
Akara?
Just tell me what I do.
14.
So Akara is the only one who saves. The rest of you are just rocked by this pussy explosion. You take, the 3 of you take 14 poison damage.
Whoa!
And have become poisoned.
Fuck.
Cool.
While poisoned this way,
Cool.
you cannot regain hit points.
At all? Okay, well that makes my next turn pretty easy. Because I was gonna do that.
Man, I'm down.
Are you down?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait. Yeah.
Does that mean he can't be revived because he's poisoned?
You can be
Yeah.
stabilized.
Okay.
Damn, so Flask goes down. Akara, you take 7 poison damage, but you are not poisoned.
The one guy with lesser restoration in the group goes down
Yeah.
and is poisoned.
I didn't even take lesser restoration, so
I know, that's why I was saying the one guy with it.
Fuck.
I got 2 more healthy honey pots, so you might get one of those.
Oh,
But
very nice.
I can't heal though.
It's got other properties though too.
Oh.
Yeah, and as this explosion ruptures through the maggot pits, you just hear utter silence for a brief minute before the squelching intensifies.
Oof! That's fucking gross.
whose turn is it?
I don't feel so good.
Yeah, it's same.
I don't feel so good.
Right
Can I
in the
use, seeing him go down, can I use my bonus action to give him some of the healthy honey pot?
It requires a full action, unfortunately.
Okay, then no, I'm done my turn.
Okay, Victor.
Seeing this in horror, can I do a little bit more of a check to see the to find out more, I guess, insight? 20?
Just about what just happened?
Yeah, like why did the maggots increase in their...
Think almost like
Either speed or
going to back to
recklessness.
Marvel here with I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. When Black Panther gets that suit that like absorbs energy. When these things get closer to dying, they become more like potent.
Sorry, so when they get hit, they get more potent?
And like this energy builds up inside of them until they're destroyed and then they burst.
Okay, we'll step away from them. First off, you guys should all walk away. And then I'm going to ready my action to use Cold Touch or Chill Touch once they do clear out for the weakest of them.
Okay, and actually give me 1 sec because I need to make saves for the other 2 that survived here too.
Shit.
They get affected by their own explosions?
And if they do and they fail, you could be getting hit with more than that. Just like freaking, this is Halo. Fighting those like fucking guys
So
that,
one of them
the
passes.
walkers that fall down and burst.
Yeah, but like, it
You know the
adds
ones
to
I'm
the
talking
next
about.
one. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, like the really fat ones.
Yeah, they're really fat
Well,
ones.
those things are in every like. Those things are like in Dead Space too. Like every suicide.
Yeah, like the suicide carriers.
Yeah.
That's what these guys sound
Okay,
like.
so the other two are ruptured by the first one's explosion, but are not destroyed.
Wait, so they also are exploding?
No, they take damage, but they do not explode.
Okay.
Cool.
So
I'm gonna step back another like 20 feet as well.
Okay, give me a perception check.
24.
Aside from all of the lost souls down here, you feel like this combat has attracted something's attention and you're not alone down here.
Fantastic. Shouldn't fucking stick your knife in things. I hope you've learned.
Hey, you know what? Fox wants to stab stuff.
Stabber's got to stab.
Well, he might,
Fox wants to
he might
stab
never
stuff.
stab
Marcel-
again.
At least
Marcel's gonna make new character again.
Right.
Okay, so after... Is that the end of your turn there, Victor?
Yeah, I have ready to action for once they're stepping away.
Okay, cool. Akara, two of them are going to attack you. Oof. Both miss as their claws rake against your armor. That brings us back to the top with Akara.
do I need to make a death saving?
All right, so since
Did you get to go? Oh,
how
fine.
much space separates me from the downed flax?
You guys are really tight quarters, and you don't yet, I don't think, because it would be the next round. I don't know why, but I've missed your turn in so many combats.
Yeah,
Like, strictly reflex.
that's okay.
And there's still the two of them standing upright.
There's still two of them upright. One is bloodied, the other is almost bloodied.
All right, in that case, I'm gonna prompt the two of them to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
DC. On a failed save, they take 11 damage. On a passed save, they take half.
Okay, and they need a 12 to pass?
They need an 11 to pass.
Okay, we'll go with the less injured one first. Definitely pass. Dex save, correct?
Correct.
With a 16. And the second one, which is quite bloodied, also gets a 16.
Oh, how dare they? So that's going to make this next bit a little bit less successful, I imagine. I'm going to just toss the torch into their feet, grab Flax with my free hand, and drag him 15 feet away from this so that someone can provide him some kind of medical attention. And I'll take opportunity attacks as needed to make
Sounds
that happen.
good. There'll be two. And you did your fire breath, correct?
Yes, that was my draconic breath.
Cool. How much damage did it do?
Half of 11 to each of them,
Okay, sweet.
since they both passed.
Are you walking towards me? Because I would hope you were.
I would be, yes. I can move back about 15 feet while carrying Flax.
And once again, both of the attacks just ricochet off your armor as their gross claws rake
Raise
against you.
that shield up above him and drag him back. Don't you worry, little buddy. I got you. Don't worry. I'm gonna get you out of this. Just slide him back across the ground towards Victor. Victor, I sure hope you got something ready for this kid. You ain't doing so good.
Can I?
And that's my turn.
Yeah, I'll wait.
And with you stepping away, Ocelus, you've already backed up a ways, haven't you now?
Yeah, I'm like probably 5-10 feet back.
D'Artagnan, you're still close though, correct?
Yeah, I'm like starting to back up, but I'm still fairly close, still at the front.
Okay, we'll say that one of them is sufficiently far away not to provoke the explosion to damage your friend, but if it blows up, it likely will trigger the other one to blow up, which would hit D'Artagnan.
I will wait. Dar goes
Okay.
before me anyway, so
Yeah.
Okay,
if he
cool.
does get clear, like that was my specification. Is if it was clear, I would try. So
Ocelus.
I can't take another hit, especially since I can't heal myself because I'm poisoned and tired. I'm sick and I'm tired. All right.
At the end of this turn, you can make a save against the poison, though.
Then I am going to just pat D'Artagnan on the back and say, "It's all yours, bud." And I step back even further.
I kind of look back and see Vic. Is it my turn?
Mhm.
Yeah, I see
Should I also
Victor.
roll a save?
Yes.
Constitution.
Mhm.
3.
You were still poisoned.
I figured.
I look back and see Victor kind of and everybody backing up. I kind of take the hint and back up just outside of the range.
Give me a quick perception check while you're looking back there.
Yeah. That is 7.
Yeah, all you see is maggots in the darkness.
Ugh. So because I've gotten clear, does that incur his opportunity or his action?
Yes.
Here we go. Fuck. 6 plus 4.
What are you shooting?
Chill touch.
You hit as your skeletal hand weaves in and out of your friend's field of view and connects with this creature.
Is it undead?
It is not.
What does it damage?
8 damage. Was this to the more bloodied one or the slightly less bloodied one?
The furthest one away, which I believe was the furthest one away.
Okay,
That
cool.
if I did hit could pop.
Yes, in that case, this one pops, exploding in a shower of fluorescent goop. And then the other one has to make a save, which it passes. And even with half damage, it also blows up in a hail of goopy, infected body parts.
Is anyone within range to get hit by that?
Luckily, no.
Is there
D'Artagnan,
anything?
you can make a save to get rid of the poison, though.
Cool. Come on. Come on. Come
Is
on.
that with a medicine check?
Fuck.
Medicine?
You're still poisoned. No, it's just at the end of each of your turns you can
Oh, okay.
make a save.
That's a Constitution save for 6. I am still poisoned. Fuck.
Yes, indeed you are. Do you want to use your action? Did you use an action to disengage, or do you just step away?
I just stepped back. Is there anyone to attack in front of me?
No, they are all dead now, but I'm just going to do a single retroactive opportunity attack, which also misses. So you can use your action to use the honeypot on Flax if you wish.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Is it? Whose turns first, though?
It's still my turn.
Actually, ironically, yeah, Flax is supposed to go first, so death saving throw. Sorry, I fucking skipped you again.
5.
I don't know
Is that
why.
2 death saves failed?
No, just the one,
just the
because
one.
I accidentally skipped over his turn last time.
Yeah.
So 5. So
Anyways,
that is a
yeah.
death save failed. You can use the honeypot, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and start kind of shoveling this goop into his face. This honeypot goop.
I'm gonna do a medicine check while he does this, I guess.
Okay.
We have both at the same turns.
And that is 2d8 for you.
Just wait a second. What do you get for the medicine check?
Medicine check was 15.
That's enough to, perhaps from your age-old days of alchemy, you know what this poison is, and you can at least dampen the effects for the honeypot to take its healing properties.
So is he alive or is he stabilized?
He's alive.
Okay.
He's up.
Yeah, and so, yeah, 2d8 plus 2 health.
Okay, so that's 14.
Was that the rest of the honeypot gone?
I think there's one more use.
One more use.
Okay, so you fought off explosive, disgusting bodies and are back just in the hellish flaming glow of a bunch of lit up soul larvae from fairy fire. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time on Tales from the Coast.